4-hour right now. Right now, it's just ugly. Nothing exciting about this at all. Price is just doing nothing right now. So we hang out. Okay, nice little 1 minute right there. Okay. Very nice. This could be a nice little, that could be a very nice little liquidity wick. So I may get in this trade, but then get kicked out real quick. It did not trigger. Oh, I take that back. It did trigger. So I'm down $70. I'm up $59, 43. I want to be able to protect this fast because, all right, cool. It took a partial. I'm protected. Oh, I'm protecting. Did I get out of that? I could not get out of that. So I'm going to close that trade. That was a liquidity wick. Let's see here. Oh, I'm down $150. These are small numbers for me right now, so I'm not really minding. And I'm still holding the whole full one lot. So we'll see. Starting off the day, if I could, if I have to take an L and I'm down, I'm trading 100K lot. So I'm sorry, 100K account. So if, I'm down on $500, on opening up a day, that's nothing. 1,000 is really nothing. If I had to take these L's, I really wish it triggered this. It should have triggered this, but it didn't trigger it fast enough. And then when I clicked protect, the prices already dropped below. I'm going to close this. I don't like this. If price comes and touches below these SMAs here is where I'm going to actually pull out. So we are going to switch it up today. I mean, it's 642.
This is the style master. Design style, you're double in one stroke.
Let's see what happens. Come on now. Give me a move one way or the other. I need a move. Either let me, the way I look at it is, hey, if I win, I win, I move on. If I lose, I lose, I move on to the next move, to the next trade. So we will see. Good, give it a little room to breathe. Come on, baby, push up. Let's go. There we go. And I am, can I protect it in time this time? I am protected. So there we go. Finally, this baby is running. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to take another partial. Boom, because it hit in those zones. If you guys notice, I took that other partial right there simply because it goes in my zone. You see how it's respecting that zone and pulling back? That's why I like to reward myself with taking partials. Okay, I must take partials along the way. That's the way I trade. And now I'm up. You can see these two lines. I took one partial. I took a second partial. I'm protected. If it knocks me out, I'm good. I am running a 0.25. And, I'm not a big money at all. No, they were both, what, $80 take partial. So I'm up $160 for the day. This is super, super conservative. There's really no pips, but because this is market open, this is 16 pips and what, maybe 28 pips. Market open, I'm super conservative, or I'm not conservative, but I guess I don't want to say concerned, but I know on my radar it's like high risk. So that's the reason why I take partial super quick, and I want to protect super quick. So we could have taken that. Had price knocked me out again, I'm going to look for another entry. I'm going to look for another entry at this trend line level. So I would expect it to retrace, touch this trend line, and continue up. So this wasn't the best trade, but that was a very good demonstration of how I traded, or when I take when I take my partial or not. So just because it went down, I mean, because it was such a quick flicker of a price, and I was already assuming what, maybe $150 worth of loss at that quick moment, I was going to wait for then it to touch my SMAs, at least break these SMAs before I close. And simply because we see that price, as I mentioned earlier, I said, look, we're seeing that price is respecting these SMAs. So that's the reason for me not to close out before it touches those SMAs. Hope that makes sense. So that was quick. For me, I like to get rewarded. Once again, I like to get rewarded very quickly on any profit that I may make, right? It's like airplane takeoff, that's the most risky. Entering a trade, that's the most risky. You're gonna have drawdown just because of spread, you're gonna have immediate drawdown, right? So if I can get a few bucks and be rewarded that, hey, I'm in the positive immediately, I'm gonna take that all day. I'm gonna take it all day, every day. That's how I trade. And we'll see, hopefully this will push up, but it's, it's got to push through all of these zones. These are different zones at 5-minute levels. These are 5-minute zones. So hopefully it could push through. If it could push through, great. I mean, right now, because I'm even going to split this down a little again, just because there's no real movement. So I'm going to just take another partial. You can see it drew there. It took the partial. And if this thing craps on me, knocks me out, like I said, I'm going for another entry. These diagonal lines here, if you see these diagonal lines here that you've got, and they're not trend lines, you can see here, it draws from it's a swing high, but it's a lower, we're making higher highs, basically. We're making higher highs here, but RSI is making a lower low. So then it draws it out to let me know, hey, we're having hidden divergence. That's going to be a part of your next release. And everyone's going to have that as well. So it's just for those who want to play RSI hidden divergence, it's going to be yeah, you could unmute when you're ready. That's cool. Good morning, Pedro. So that was a quick scalp. I'm light on my lots. I'm only on a single lot, which that's fine, right? For me, because I take partials quick, because I take partials quick and I cut my losses quick, when people look at risk to reward, I look at it a little differently. I can go a little bit heavier on my lot size because I know that I'm going to cut down if I have, say, and I don't use fixed stop losses, but say I had a 50 pip stop loss. I know I'm going to exit out by 25. I'm never going to get to that 50 the way I look at it. So I could go heavy in the front with lot size for profit, and then I'm cutting it down anyway on the losses. So it's like I'm kind of creating a way where I can make a little bit more money if I go into profit and lose a little less if I go into loss. So I'm skewing my risk to reward a little bit, but the way I trade, I'm not really connected to any trades psychologically, so I could cut them quick. So I'm running nothing right now. This is demonstration, basically. I'm running nothing. I'm running like a point. I had a 1 lot and I split it 3 times, right? So I'm running a 0.12, right? And that 0.12, so that people know, that 0.12 is running at $89. So if you have a small account and you're running a 0.12, $89, that's $89, right? So with what I'm going to make right now, I'm going to take another partial simply because it's at the top of that zone. I took it. Guess what? Today, so far, I made a total of $260. But that's just a nice little demonstration of how I make that trade. $260. I could get a dinner. I look at it practically. Oh, that's my car now. Oh, this is that. I don't look at it. I'm not going in looking at it like I need that Lambo money. If we're in this room, right, we're far away from Lambo money, right? In terms of making one trade for Lambo money. I like to chop it down. I want to get when you see my statements, I'm getting a 100, 50, 200, 500, 700. As I start to get into profit, I'll increase my lot sizes. And at the end of the day, if you guys are watching my post, then I'm up $4,500, $5,000. Some days, $1,500, but that's $1,500, but usually when I'm really working it and I'm focused, I'm going to be averaging 5K plus. So I'm glad that we stuck in this trade. We didn't cut it. And the reason why I had logic behind it, once again, we saw here at these levels, we're gonna let this baby run. We saw at these levels, right? Price respected this level, this SMA, it shot up. It tested it again, it respected it, it shot up. It tested it again, it shot up. It broke through, it tested it, but it was respecting the zone. It shot back up, it never came back. It respected this zone and then continued. So when I was at this point of entry and price came down here at this level, I wasn't going to exit yet. There was no reason for me to exit yet because price has touched the zone and has not yet broken the simple moving average to let me know, oh, it's gonna, market's changing, you know, for a short period for this on this 1 minute chart. There's no reason for me to cut it, right? So for me, I'm cutting trades when price is moving behind a place I can hide my stop loss. You always want to hide your stop losses. You don't want to get into a trade and have like a stop loss. Say we didn't have these blue zones here at these levels. Say there were no blue zones, right? You don't want to just put your stop loss there. Say there were no blue zones, just in the middle of no man's land, right? Because price is going to easily touch that, right? So say we were in for a short right now. Just say we were in for a short. I'm not going to put my stop loss here. Right, I want to tuck it behind a zone, behind these zones. I want to tuck it behind a zone, a place where price is going to at least have a reaction, and maybe we're hoping that it'll continue down. Right, so that's why I put my my stop losses. That's why I'm either physically or mentally putting my stop losses. You can see I'm not trading with a stop loss. I do not recommend that at all. You guys saw how in a flash I was down in drawdown by what $200 or so. Any questions on that? Anybody? Did anyone take that trade? Anyone take those buys, or were you waiting for, what was your thought? Were you waiting for a buy, or were you looking for a retracement, a rejection of this trend line level? And usually I would wait for, you know, when market opens, that first 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, I'm especially like within the first 2 minutes, I'm waiting for price to shoot up, touch a level. Like, it's not just for me, it can't just shoot up in the middle of nowhere. Like, say price just shot up here and came down. That's not enough for me to make an entry when I'm playing the market open. If price comes and it touches, if it's coming up and it's peaking out and it's giving me a nice wick here, but it's touching a zone or a simple moving average or anything on the chart, that should be resistance, because everything on the chart should be a level of resistance where price is going to react, right? You shouldn't have anything on the chart that, you know, anything on the chart, if you draw it, you have to look at that as a level where price is going to react. Of course, unless you're drawing like even if you're drawing a fib, but if you know your zone 50 to 618, that's going to be an area where price reacts. So I'm waiting for price to shoot up here to a level, a zone, an area of resistance or, you know, support psychologically or physically. And then at that point, will I short it? At that point, will I short it? Right? Say price came up here, right? Price came up, and say price came up at this point, and it's now starting to peak right here, starting to hang out. I'm going to short it. Right. And at this point, once it's starting to come down, I'm shorting it at this point, but I could always put my stop loss right there behind the area of where price is going to have a reaction. Right. So that I could keep my losses super tight. Right. So that's a little bit more advanced, but because that's how I play the market open. I always know market's always going to swing high. Market's always going to swing high, then swing back low. And then it'll choose a direction right around 7 o'clock. But right now it seems like we're behind, right? Our market has chosen a direction right now. We'll see. Let's clear all my drawings. Market may have chosen the direction of to continue to go up. So I would still look for another entry, right? Because I have a runner and I'm going to let my runner pay for the risk that I'm going to take on my new entry. Although it's really peanuts at this point, right? My runner is at, because I'm running a 0.06, I'm running at like $35, right? Nothing. But if I get into another lot, that's going to be put towards any losses I may take or drawdown I may take on my new entry. So that's how you size in to a position. So now all we do is wait. If price can come down here, say to this simple moving average and show that it can respect it, then maybe I will get into another entry. So, if I was running my standard, usually I go in, people have asked me in the past, I usually run 1 to 3. On average 2, I'm usually at 2. If market's funny or questionable, I go down to 1. If market's moving great the way I like it, and I'm in profit already for the day, I move up to 3. Today I went into 1. Why? As I mentioned, I didn't trade last night, London session. I didn't really get a feel for how the market was moving. I didn't make any trades this morning. You guys saw me make my first trades of the day. So it's really, I like to get a feel for how the market's moving before I really get into the swing of things. So because of that, I dropped my risk down, just trading a single lot. And let's see here, we are. Price is dropping down. Let's see if it could respect this. And because we haven't seen it drop down, I want to see like a swing high and a swing low if I can really get into the rhythm. Well, that's a strong push. It knocks me out. I don't really care. It's retesting my risky buy. So, but right now at this level, it's not near I like to stack my Confluences. So it's right now just on a trend line. It's not yet at, it's not, if it were closer to this particular SMA where I can say an SMA plus a zone, then maybe I would take a re-entry for a buy, right? And I'm going to throw this out here for the fib players. Boom, boom. It is at the 50 to 618 zone, right? Which would be the area where we would expect buyers to come in. It's literally hanging out at the 50 to 618. And that lightning bolt, not sure if that's going to play out completely yet. For those that hung out, saw that this was just consolidating, you took the sell, you're winning. But at this level, you don't have to play these entries for fibs, but you got to understand it, right? Because it exists. And there's a lot of people that make orders and place orders at these levels that looking to get into the market, get buys at a discount. If I were playing heavily on the fibs, I would say, oh, you know what? It's a trend line. It's one of my trend lines. And it's at the zone. I would have stacked, those confluences together and then said, you know what? Maybe it's worth it making a buy. For quick 26 pip scalp so far.
Good morning, guys. Squawk, I know that you're not too much of a fundamental guy, but you got to remember Fed rates today, Jeremy Powell at 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's right. Correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
Now that's not, I don't see that as being critical. And that's Canadian. Let's see here. Well, I'm seeing it as Canadian. These are BOC rate statements for Canada. I'm not seeing, is that for US news or is that Canadian?
10 o'clock in the morning, Fed Chair Powell testifies today, 10 o'clock in the morning. Go to investing.com.
Got it. So because of that, I'm not seeing it here. FTMO doesn't have it listed as, well, it has it as restricted, but for Canada, but I'm just going to hang out. So for the next 2 minutes or the next 4 minutes, I'm just going to hang out. I'm not going to make any trades. Very cool. Very cool. How's your trading going, JC?
So far 1,000.
Okay, good. Excellent, excellent. So did you take, obviously you took a buy. At what point did you take the buy? Was it a trend line break or was it just, market open?
Trend line break. Yeah, it was trend line break and I just scalped a little bit going to the downside right now.
Nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So yeah, you've seen me or my style of trading.
100%, man. It's cutting them loose quickly. And once you start, getting the hang of things with your SMAs, that's when you start really making the money, you know. But the trick is just cutting them real fast. Cut your profits real quickly and cut your losses real quickly.
That's right. That's right. And I, now in front of the, the community, since now I'm going live, I'm just trying to be super conservative. I don't want to think, I don't want to show all these trades and people think, oh, I've got to make trades this way. It's very fast. So I'm just trying to slow it down a little bit. And then I'll get some opportunities later on where I can, just, open up a little bit and get into my groove. But this, for those that play the fib, so once again, you see how price came down. I said I don't want to enter this because there was no zone or anything at this level. And I said if I were playing fibs, this would have been a good entry because there are fib players that are out there that are looking for the 50 to 618. They call it the golden zone, and that's where they would make the entries. And for those that waited for this to close and saw that it was at the 50 to 618, they would have had their stops probably right above the 382, this zone here. But they took it. If they took it, whoever took that fib play, you're already up another 97 pips.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
Yeah, that was a very nice play. That was a nice little cookie cutter fib play for sure. So now we're back at this level. I'm going to chill. I'm going to wait. Okay, 4 hour. Look at this. No wick at all on that 4 hour. Wow. Don't like that. When's the last time you've seen a 4 hour with no wick? That's interesting. I mean, this could easily be making just the top wick, right? Because this is a level here. Look at this level here. I'm looking at it like this. This is a level of, this is a zone at this level, right? So prices got to really break through here and continue to push. And it's all possible, but I just don't like the fact that there's no bottom wick on the 4 hour. That looks crazy to me. Let's see here. Okay, nice play. So we got knocked out. We didn't create any entries. We're not in anything. Hey, Jack. Yeah, I'm always running the 2050, 100, 200, always on any chart, any time frame. If there's an SMA, that's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the, 21 or elites or anything like that. I'm strictly 2050, 100, 200 for me. So now let's see what's going on. Actually, let me go down to the 5. That's looking pretty.
Yeah, it looks bullish.
That's looking real pretty. Ooh, wow. Next zone far up on the 30-minute now. Wow. Okay, I need an entry. Give me something.
Yeah, on the 30 minutes is pushing above the 100.
On the 30?
On the 30, yeah.
Oh, it's breaking the zone, yeah. And it's pushing above the 100.
And if you scale down on the 15, look at the 15 too, Squawk is breaking above 200 on the 15. I'm sorry, the 100, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that these are exponentials. I don't use exponentials. Don't use that as an example. I use simples. I'll come back to this because price is still moving. I want to see what's going on. But yeah, that's nice. So price came up, had a reaction, it's continuing. It's a shame we are not in a trend. Okay, no trend line breaks really, just respecting. That's cool. That is nice. So JC, what are you looking at? What are you looking at? I know, are you in anything now? Are you still holding longs?
No, I'm out right now. I'm just looking at probably catching up to the downside right now.
Yeah, same here. At this point, I mean, I don't want to just jump in.
Right. Yeah, we missed it on that buy. Yeah, we missed it. Right now, it's just kind of stopping.
Exactly. On that retracement, we definitely missed. We definitely missed the re-entry. Day two, being conservative, want to just give people the gist of how it flows. Yesterday was crazy. We did some moves live, but then, after, like, the trend line breaks were just looking great. I mean, it was like retesting, breaking, and it was just like, wow, you know what? A lot of good moves.
Yeah.
I think live I did 1,800, and then by the end of the day, it was, look at this. This is now this is painting that it is a hidden divergence at this point. Retracing, if it gave me a lightning bolt, I'd take it, I'd take it, I'd take it, I'd take it. Because price has still respected this simple moving average here, I'm not quite sure yet. I need to see something, I need to see something else. Let me delete this fib. It would have been great if it was not respecting it in the past, but because it's respecting it, there's an LB, I'm going to take it. Why not? And then I'll just hold it tight. I'll keep my losses quickly. Boom, I'm going to take partial, I'm going to protect. Boom, just like that. Just like that. Peeps, you saw it again, just like that. Waited for the LB. I said, if it's going to give me an LB, I'll take it. It gave me my LB. I took it. Why? Because I was hidden divergence on a 1, which doesn't really weigh too much. It's not really much weight for me on the 1 minute. If we're on the 5, then even better. I didn't get that yet on the 5, but it was already rejecting a zone. It gave me an LB, so I just took that for a quick scalp. Price is stalling out. I'm hoping that price doesn't knock me out. If it does, I'll look for another re-entry. I'll try to be a little bit more sharp on my entry, my re-entry. Yep, and that scalp was $100. And I'm only doing single lots, single lots on a 100K FTMO. Price is coming down. As price gets to this level here, towards my SMA, my 50, I'm going to take another partial. So I just dropped out my partial. If you're using my indicator, you can shift click. And as price crosses over that line, it will automatically take partial for you. You don't have to, click the take partial button. And I'm going to change that so that it will not just take partial, it'll take partial and protect. It's going to be a 2-in-1 function. So, lots of times, if that's your first trade, you'll take partial, you still have to click protect. I'm going to change it so that if it takes a partial, it's going to automatically protect. Boom. So let's see. And in real time, I'm going to take it. In real time, it did not take that partial. Why is it not taking that partial? Did I do that right? Let me delete that. I wanted to take a partial again, but I took a partial at this here, at that SMA. That was for a $159 scalp.
Nice.
Yeah. So small, these are good numbers. I mean, this is just demonstrating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Once you start adding those up, that's how you come up with $2,000 a day, $2,500, $3,000.
Exactly. Look at this run, and my runner is still at another 280. I'm taking another partial. Why? Because it's touching those SMAs. So you can see I'm chopping it down along the way. Right now, that was for another $137. Right?
Just made 211 now.
Say again.
I just made £211. I did press the take partial, but I don't think I've set up properly, so it didn't actually take it. So I just came out in profit.
Yeah. So Remstar, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over that in the upper right corner where my mouse is here. You should see a smiley face, or if you see a frowny face, it just means that your auto trading here isn't on, right? Or And guys, keep a look. This could be if you look at the swing low to swing high, this is at the, damn it, where is it? No, I'm not going to draw it from there. That's fine. From here to here, this is almost an 88% retracement. But if you still have a frowny face with the auto trading clicked in, then go into your settings, your indicator settings, F7, and there's a common tab. Click on allow live trading.
Okay.
And if you can do that, then that should give you a nice little smiley face, and then you're ready to rock and roll with auto trading, and the indicator will work for your take partials. So there we have it. I mean, for that move, it was $99 for my first TP, my take partial, $159 for my second, and $137 for my third. Right. So we're still running. My partial is at 150, and that's with a 0.012, not 0.12. So it's struggling here. I've already taken a partial here, but because it's taking it, it's struggling. I'm going to take a partial again. I like to collect my money and reward myself. So that amount, $73. So already I'm up $723 for the day. Not pushing my lot sizes. I'm just being really, really conservative with the account size that I have. Simple.
Yes, sir.
Bro. Very, 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 very simple. And yeah, that was freaking awesome. That was nice, clear, clean.
Yes,
and what I was looking here for, my point earlier when I was trying to measure, I was looking to see if it was a fib retracement, because this could easily be a retracement. Price is going to probably respect the 200 and the 100 SMA for an entry. Right, so I was looking to actually draw that out, but let's see if I can see it on the, so here, if I drew a fib, where we at, and I'm just gonna look for the fib play. I like to use these things also when I'm scalping. When I can't make it, look at this. This is also here. It is in the 50 to 618 zone. So that's why you got to respect the fibs. If you're at a Confluence, there's people that are all they're doing is looking for retracement moves. So you don't have to play them, but you've got to once again respect them. You got to know, why am I going to get into a trade? Say you were going to get into a short at this level, knowing you're heading right into the 50 to 618, or you were in that zone. You're going to have drawdown. If you were looking to get in for some crazy reason at this level, you'd be in drawdown simply because you're not aware of where you're at in the market, and where you were in the market was in a golden zone where people were looking for a retracement move to get in at a cheaper price. So once again, people that took that fib move, they waited for it to drop down to the 50 to 618. That's 59 pips. Whoever took that move as it closed, better yet, not even as it closed. Some may have taken it when it touched this SMA, but say you even waited for it to close and you took a quick run, you're still at 30 pips. That adds up.
Yeah, I just took it 190, man.
180, boom, that adds up.
Yeah.
Good for you. We've got an opportunist, and we've got two opportunists in the house on these charts, right? We just take advantage when you see it. We got to take advantage and take the opportunity. So that's great. I like to see that. So that is fantastic. And I would have already protected. If it breaks above, I still may be in this move. If it can break above my trend line, because that's still a psychological level of support for me, I may get back in. I mean, seeing these two, right there at the same price point, there's got to be some strength there, because people that are looking at the 100, 200, the reason why I use 20, 50, 100, 200 is simply because in my experience, when I'm looking at the charts, I'm noticing there's more reaction there. Now, I've coded a lot of this, back tested a lot of these things to see reactive points and such. Those are very reactive. And then, so it's simply because people in the world look at those SMAs and they place orders around those simple moving averages. So because of that, that's where you have opportunity. If you can stack that up with and build a case on why you should buy or sell, or just enter, then you need to build that case. And that's our confluences. We have to stack our confluences to say, is this worth it for us to make a move, to make an entry?
Like Squawk, I can see that your trend line you know, around a 61.8 retracement, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. Like how it come, and that's the third, you know, confluence: the simple moving average, the fib, the simple moving average, the fib, the zone, and the trend line. Although it didn't play out, but for a quick scalp, you know, it has, and we're not even done yet. It could still play out. Am I in this? Yeah, I'm in with a 0.06. You see that 0.06? But who cares? You know, it's winning. That 0.06 is 77 bucks.
My question to you is, would you take a cheeky buy if it goes back up above the green line? Or would you take
I think I will.
Would you take a sell if it stays below, or would you wait for it to come back down to one of the major support lines?
Well, right now, because I can't make a case for sells at this point, I'm not even looking at sells. Right,
cool. Got you.
Sell right here would be here. I can't make if price, now think about it, if price pushed up to this level, and this was the 50 to 618, now I'm in a dilemma, right? I've got to decide, is price going to continue to go up?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm not. Is price going to continue to go up? Should I be bullish, or was this a retracement for a continuation down for a sell? Right, that would be the question to ask, and then you've got to stack them up. You can play both, but right now, the way price is moving, even if it broke above this here,
yeah,
I'm not quite even looking at this trend line as being strong anymore, to be honest, right? Because it played out when it broke here, right? When price tested it, it kind of rejected it. You know, I don't know if you can see my mouse, but when price tested it here at this level, it rejected it and then broke. That's my play out. It respected it here to the T, like it respected the trend line and the zone right there to the T. It pushed up. At this point, now that it broke, I'm just not quite sure if I'm not really 100% solid on that being adding too much weight at this point.
Cool.
If I could see it, if it shoots up again and rejects it, then I know for sure it's continuing to reject it. But because it's between these, there's just too much going on for me. Like we're sandwiched between all these SMAs right now. So I'm not really looking at that trend line to be the major strength. Chances are the SMAs are going to be the major strength. So if anything, I should be, if I'm really feeling like price would push up and I want a fib player, I should be taking that entry now for a buy. That would be, I can't validate a sell at this level. Because what would be where's my confluence for the sell? I guess the confluence could be that price broke this trend line. If I was weighing heavily, or if I gave the trend line heavy weight, price broke the trend line, pushed back up, gave me these two candles, these tweezer candles, and then at that point I could have taken it for a sell for a continuation entry. So now we've got a dilemma, and I'm going to take that buy. Let's see if I get crapped on, or if I can get another position. Okay, push, baby, push. There we go. I'm gonna take that partial. I'm gonna protect. Boom, and I'm still in the sell. Right, so I'm in both buy sell right now. Right, so I took that partial. I don't care if it knocks me out. That was for $76.50. My account is up 828 bucks. Right, and this one is just for demonstration purposes because this lot here is a what, a 0.03. That's nothing. I could close that out, you know, at this point. But I'll leave it. I'll let it run. You know, you always want to, if you've got runners, let that baby run. Just let it rock. Right, so I'm going to take that. Hopefully it doesn't knock me out. If it does, I got to look for I've got to look for another re-entry. It is probably going to knock me out. Unless I could get just a nice little push. If I could get a nice little push, I'm going to take my next partial as I'm approaching these SMAs. Come on, baby, push.
Another 160 there, in and out.
Excellent, 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 excellent. So, you know, and the reason why I'm taking these LBs quickly is because, you know, the way the market's moving, it looks like it's going to expect and have a little play, give us a little something here and there. But in the areas, there are times like, for example, when market is just really strong in a direction, you're going to say it's pushing up. You're going to get, let's see if I can annotate this really quick. Where are my tools? You're going to get, say we know market is really pushing up, right? You're going to have some intermittent, you know, lightning bolts for sell, right? And then it goes back up, and then not even that far. Sometimes it'll do this, right? Boom, boom, boom. And then it'll shoot up a little bit. It'll give you a lightning bolt sell. At that point, I'm not repainting. A lot of other indicators that you see there, they're going to repaint. They're going to move this. Let me take my partial. Shit. Take partial. Bam. Took another partial. And now that was 127 take partial. So I took that partial. This is at about a 0.01, you know, but I'm going to let it run. Simple 4 demonstrations to show you, hey, I'm in both buy and sells at this point. So now my account is at $1,000, right? But back to my point, a lot of other indicators you're going to see out there, they're going to, they're just going to keep pushing that dot from the previous swing high to the next swing high and the next swing high. And then when it swings low, everything looks great. It's like, man, you look at this thing, it looks fantastic. I don't like to do that. If you're not changing the time frames in your chart, you're going to get a lightning bolt and then another lightning bolt. And it's going to say, man, you guys are going to say, well, you know what? The lightning bolts aren't playing out. Well, I like to keep it. I don't like to repaint it. I want to show, because for me, it's a measurable, it's data. And for me, you know, I come from, you know, a business world where if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So I want to see where those lightning bolts are failing. And that's just an indication to me that the market is just moving too strongly in a bullish direction. So if I get a lightning bolt the next time, I just need to be wary, maybe drop my lot sizes and just get a good feel for what the market is. But if it hasn't played out 2 times, 3 times, chances are the 3rd time it may, you know, I have to be very wary on my 3rd attempt of a lightning bolt. So that's why I like to leave them here. Let's see if there's, well, you know, I changed the time frame earlier, but if there were, well, I'm going to let this run. I'm not going to change the time frame. And we'll see. We'll probably see if we could get a nice crazy market. Well, look, even here, this sell here, this lightning bolt. I mean, although it didn't play out really, right? So this lightning bolt's at this level, right? You got a lightning bolt. And then it pushed back up. That's just letting you know that the market is super strong in that direction, you know, in the bullish direction. If you had gotten another lightning bolt here and really almost close to the same level, it's just information to make you be aware. Hey, you know what? I'm getting this sell indication, but the last time it didn't play out, could very well be market is too strong. Let me stack up my confluences properly and make sure that I'm, you know, I'm making really good sense of where the market, where I am in the market. So if this could push up, that would be fantastic. And because it's pushing up, I'm going to close my $7 0.01 trade out. Boom. I want that too. I want all of that. Right. So the account is up $974 with a 0.50 lot runner at $111. Can knock me out. That's cool. I'm okay with that. So you see, Remstar, how, you know, to your earlier point with the trend line, but because it's sandwiched between these SMAs, these are strong SMAs, you know, so I'm not quite certain on taking that particular trade there because once again, I know I'm going into a trade. If I was at that trend line, I'm going into a trade headed right into turbulence. Let me close this window. Headed right into turbulence. Right, so I'm not going to take that entry. Here was better, it was a better entry. It was rejecting the zone. I've got 2 SMAs stacked together and there was enough bandwidth here for me to run from this price up to the next set of simple moving averages. And that's why, to this point, look at this. I would have given away 50% and probably gonna get knocked out, but that's why I take my partials, right? So for some people, if you had gotten in that trade, you're gonna think, oh, my target is up here. I don't believe in targets, right? Because how can, you know, I mean, let me be clear. There's a probability that price will get to the next zone or the next major zones, but I don't play it that way because once again, the market is something I cannot control. It's fluid. It's going to flow like the ocean. I cannot control it at all. So how am I going to go into the market with fixed values when the market is fluid? So that's why I take what the market gives. I don't come into this fluid market I can't control and say, I'm not going to take pips. I'm not going to take anything until I get between 20 and 50 pips in profit. No, you have to look and see, is the market telling me, you know, you communicate with the market. Is the market trying to communicate with me that it's about to turn around? If it is, take your partials, take your profits and run. If you can put money in the market and exit money without losing or winning, being breaking even, you're a winner. You're a winner. The market is not designed for us to win, right? In general, that's why only a small percentage of people are consistently successful. You know, fib retracement. Jack is in the chat asking for the fib retracement from swing high to swing low. So boom, here we go. 50 to 618. Right. So the next zone, you know, we've got some play. We've got to get all the way up here for a fib retracement level. Right there. If you're going to play a fib retracement level, you know, I would want a deeper retracement. For me, I would want to see it to hug at the top of this blue zone before I come back in, right? That's still going to be, it's just an overextended golden zone. And then there, maybe I will continue to push down. But let's look at overall. We've been just so looking at where we're at in price right now, like almost with our blinders on. Let's just zoom out and see where we're at with the market. So price is, you know, it is nicely respecting this trend line when I zoom out. If I could get these SMAs further away from this trend line, or at least on one side of the trend line, I'm going to respect that. I'm going to look at that trend line again as, you know, an area where it'll be respected. So we were up $111, right, as a runner, and now we're down to only $40, right? So that's why I take my partials, right? Some people, if you never took it, I've already made on this move. Did I take one partial or two? I took one partial that was for $127. Imagine if you didn't take your partial, you would have been at 127 plus we were up another 11, so 230, $40, right? $240, and now you would have been down to freaking nothing because you didn't take your partial, because you were waiting for your 25 pips. That's ridiculous. So I mean, this is a perfect market. Like, it's just moving, the speed is moving perfect enough to, you know, get a nice flow. So now we're back at this level, this level of this zone. Look, price is going to move. It's going to it wants to move these SMAs. I don't want to get tricky. I'll at another day tell you what I see when I see these crossovers. You're going to see these cross over, but you have to look at which ones are crossing over. Usually it's the 20 and the 200 and the 50 and the 100. When the 50 and the 100 together and the 20 and the 200 together, there's usually an explosive move. When you see like the two, you know, them crossing over separately like this, if this were gapped and this were gapped, but there was the 20 and the 50, I'm sorry, the 20 and the 200 and the 50 and the 100, there's usually a bigger move, but I won't get into that just yet. I just want to show you guys. And you know what? This was a valid entry, and let me explain why. One, it was a retracement back to a previous lightning bolt. So we didn't need a lightning bolt. It's retesting the lightning bolt. That lightning bolt is still valid. Price did not drop below that lightning bolt. So this was a valid lightning bolt. This was a valid retest of a lightning bolt level, of a level where there was a lightning bolt. So that one was a good buy. Pedro, you got that one, huh? Nice. So, you know, I'm little distracted talking and looking at the market trying to analyze, but that would have been, you know, that I'm always taking retests, and that's a nice play. Look at that. That's what the 4 hour looks like now. 4 hour doesn't look like it would have. I don't believe 4 hour. Oh no, it did create a nice wick. So now we got a nice little wick. I was concerned about those wicks here on the 4 hour. Now it's created a nice wick. So, but we're still, this is just a doji. Which way is the market going to go yet? Still, we don't know. But that's a nice play. Look at that. Now we're in that golden zone. At that level, I was sleeping on that. I did not take that freaking trade. I'm pissed off at myself. I'm really pissed off at myself. 425 pips. Really pissed off there.
Yeah, I took that play, bro. 700, 500 on another one. Then I stacked on top and I stacked on the bottom.
There you go, JC. There you go, man. That is really good, and this is going to continue.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. This is going to continue.
Yeah, it's breaking the previous zone there now. But
yeah, very nice. Very nice. Let's see, where's our next? I got to get on my trend line game here. I need to get an entry. So let's see here. Where can I draw up my trend line? Let me just go back here. I could actually draw do one like this from here. Once again, I don't, well, this shouldn't be the all-time high, should it? Let me just see here, trend line. Let me just do a LVTL, and this is going to be a buy. It's going to be risky because I already know we're close there, and this is a H4, L4, right? I like to just control N. Let me create my trend line file. Boom. I'm going to go back to my 1 minute, and this is I'm going to just draw my trend lines here. Boom, and here's the trend line here. So you can see it. It's in these zones, but you can see it there. So it respected that trend line. So I didn't use that. Like I said, I don't like to use the current trend line. I have to do different points, but you can see I didn't use this point for the trend line. It was actually this point. Okay, we're getting some volume pushed into the market. Let's see here. Where we asked another economic event. Yep, so the 7:30 expired, which is good. I need 2 more minutes or 1 more minute for me to be able to create make my entry. And with the events, when people look at news, I'm not a fundamental guy per se. You know, all I need to know is that there's an event. I don't care which way they report it, because sometimes, you know, they report it great, it gets pushed down. You report it, you know, as bad, it pushes up. So I like to just look and see, okay, there's an event, there's volume pushing in the market, which way is the market going? And we look, and then we act, you know. There's some people that are great with it. JC, I believe JC plays news and looks at the fundamental, and he's good at it. You know, he understands that well. You know, he's good at that. For me, I've tried different things, and maybe I'm just not interpreting the news properly, and it just doesn't work out for me. But for many other people, it does.
Yeah, I mean, you know, fundamental news is a hit and miss, like you just mentioned right now, Squawk, because it's like what you just said. You know, when news are good, you know, it drops down, or if it's a negative news, it goes up. So you got to get with a pinch of salt. You know, the most important thing is that you have to react into the market. But I like getting the base of fundamentals so I can get an idea of where the market is going. But I don't really trade up on it, because it's like what you just mentioned, man. You know, it's just like grab it with a pinch of salt and see if it helps out. But it's not that important.
Yeah. Let's run to another fib here from the swing high, low to swing high, and see where we're at. So we got to go. Yep, look at that. And that candle just popped right down to the zone, 50 to 618, and shot back up. I've got a lot of light coming in right now. Let me just close these. Let me just grab this one. 1 second, peeps. So community, everyone that's on, Pedro, have a good one, man. Hope you had a profitable day as well. So everyone in the community, like, is this what you're looking for? Is this good information? Give me, you know, yay, no, yes, no, you know. Don't worry about it. I've got tough skin. You can say, you know, what the hell is this? You know, or you could say, hey, things are great, or whatever it is, but give me something so I know that I'm giving you what you are looking for. I mean, I'm making profitable trades. So, I mean, the answer should be yes, I'm giving you profitable trades, right? That's what that's what you're here for, is to learn how to trade and how to make money. So, I mean, that in itself for me is a good answer. I think I answered my own question.
Yeah, it's good to just see how you do it, you know, like, and how kind of calm you are when you do it. And I've noticed I've been making a lot better entries, you know, just from kind of watching that stuff. So
perfect, man. That's all we want to do here. We want to just make sure everyone, you know, can level up, you know, and you know, I'm good at what I do, but there's a lot of other people in this room that are good at what they do, and you know, all you guys have to do is speak up. You know, I'm keeping this an open mic. I want to see what you guys see too, you know. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that, Christian. I'm very happy that you are seeing some improvement. So that's great. That's great. That was a incredible buy. I slept on that buy. I'm sleeping on my entry game today. You know, I'm being conservative. This is day 2. I want to just show you guys, and slowly but surely, I'm going to start to increase it. If you guys saw my scalping video on YouTube, you're going to see that I'm going to start to open up and just be like, boom, boom. You know, once I get the rhythm, it's easy. It's easy, but I don't want to, you know, really show you guys more complex, super fast things just yet, but soon enough, soon enough. And anything that I call out, I'm taking that trade. You know, I'm taking that trade. You're not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna be calling stuff out and you not take the trade at least. And although I'm not showing the, you know, my actual open trades, right now I have nothing opened, but actually I've got a pending order. Let me close that pending order. It's a sell stop way below. Let's see if we get this trend line break. And this is ugly. This trend line break at this level, I really don't like it anyway. But on the 5 minute, it's better. So, but I'm not, although I'm not showing my open trades, I am showing you, you can see where I'm taking the trades. You see my lines, you see where I'm taking my partials. So you're kind of seeing my trades right then and there. You know what I mean? You're seeing my trades. So, other groups don't even show it, right? You have no clue. You know, they just calling it out and not even trading it or what? I don't know. But there are many others that don't do that. You know, they don't actually show it. I do show it. I show you my statements. I show you. You can see. I like the idea that, you know, these lines are being drawn. This is MetaTrader 4, not 5. But when I take partials and close, I have it so it draws those lines. And look at this buy. I'm going to have to take it simply because of principle, and I may get crapped out. But we're in good profit today. So I took that buy simply because it was a trend line break. We're up 101 pips. Shot that down. Come on, push up. If it could push up a little bit more, I'm going to take my partial, and I'm going to protect. I'm going to probably protect quicker than I take my partial. Come on, baby, push. Give us a little bit more. Give us a little bit more. Let me draw my trend line thing here. Why did it not break? Okay, it took it. Boom, and I'm protecting. Boom. Took it, protected, and we're on that trend line break. We do everything here. That's 134 bucks. We do lightning bolts. We do trend line breaks. You know, early on, I think people got the impression, you know, Leon's just a scalper. Guess what, guys? I originally started on the 30-minute chart. Okay, I originally started on the 30-minute chart, and I just found the 1 minute chart back in where was just hanging out on the 1 minute chart back in August, maybe July of 2021, but I was a 30-minute chart trader, you know, looking at the 30-minute, entering on the 5. So I'm just here to show you. That's why I'm giving away free trend lines. I'm letting you guys know, you know, some people may have put out there, oh, use a trend line, use a scalper. You know, guess what? No, I ain't, man. I got a whole lot of crap in my arsenal. So I'm showing you the trend line breaks. I'm showing you these. For those that want to trade on a slower chart, let me know. I can point out entries for you on the 5, the 15s, and so forth. So there you got it. And we got knocked out. If I could retrace that trend line level, that's great. I'm up 1,080 bucks, 1,078.11 cents. So my original, let me just see, my original trend line break, I guess this is another let me delete this line. Yeah, this is a buy trend line that's going to play out in the future. I would expect price to really reject this at this point with the push. I don't believe it's going to continue to just go straight up. There's maybe some, you know, consolidation at this level and then push up. So once it gets to this level, if it gets to this level, I may not just buy at this moment. I mean, if it's later on in the day, but prices moved up, shot back down, and have given me some swing highs and lows, and then gets to this level, I will consider that then as a buy. But right now, if price is going to continue to shoot up, unless it's one of those crazy days where price is just pushing, you know, and it gets there in 3-4 weeks, and we're just seeing an abundance of volume pushing this market, then of course I'm going to buy. But if price is just going to creep up and get there, I'm not going to just take that buy. I would expect that this would be a target trend line zone for me for maybe even a retracement. So price kind of died out. Movement died out at this level. But let's see, what does the 4 hour look like? was looking nice and healthy there, breaking through this zone that we drew out earlier. So price is looking nice and healthy. It's breaking through the 50 as well. Oh no, is that an EMA? Did I fix that? I don't like the EMAs, SMAs. Okay, it broke through the 50 also. So in 50, oh, this is nice. Yeah, so price came down at this point, touched that 50 and kissed it and kept going. So I want to see more volume. I mean, this, and I don't like my zones. So I live in my zones, right? In my settings. So I'm going to go into my inputs and I'm going to change my my zones. This is 5 minutes, I think. Yeah, I'm going to change this to 30-minute for right now. Go back in time. I want to repaint these because there's just too many zones on the one. So I want to get something that makes a little bit more sense, that looks a little bit more. Now that is too wide for me, right? So I need to go back to the 5. And the reason why it's too wide, I don't want to get into a trade. Once again, I'm in no man's land. I don't know where I'm at in the market. So I'll go back in my settings. I'll change. Oh, did I do 1 hour? Let me go back to 30-minute. Okay, that's even better. That's a little bit better for me. So that's just a wide zone. These zones are wide simply because because there was a wick that high. There was a wick that was that long. Right, so I've got all this area to be concerned about. You know, as price is moving up, I know that this zone is wide because I'm drawing zones programmatically from the high to the body, you know, or the low. You know, I'm drawing, the zone is the wick. So there was a wick on the 30-minute that was actually that high, that tall. So that lets me know that if I get into a trade, if I'm thinking, oh, I'm hoping to get up here, well, no, my first target is probably going to be the top of the zone because we know that it could wick back, right? We know that price can shoot up and come back down, right? That's what a wick is, right? So that's why we draw that out. And these are still wide, but I'm going to leave it like this for now. Let me just do something. One more thing. Let me go here and change this to 1,000. I don't want to go back 2,000 bars and draw zones. Let me go back to just 1,000 bars, 1,000 30-minute bars and draw my zones. It came out to be the same, or did it? Let me go back to the 30. Yeah, no, it likes that. I need that. I need those. I need that zone. So 1,500. Just want to. So this, it is what it is.
Okay, now if you got a little pee, you're a big boy, you got it.
Just retesting this area. Let's see here. We did on the 5-minute get this line here is a hidden divergence, but it's still played out. But I'm wondering if it still could continue to play out. I mean, this is still hidden divergence from here to here versus here to here. It feels like a sell to me right now. It feels like a sell. So what I'm going to do is, if price breaks below this, I'm going to take a sell. Actually, yeah, I should have taken it up here. I should have observed that a little bit earlier. This is the, right, because just to show you the hidden divergence, right, this is the line. We have a swing, we have a higher high being made, but here in the RSI, we've got from here to there, we've got a lower low, right? So that's hidden divergence. So that means that sellers are coming into the market even while price is continuing to push up. And then eventually price will reflect those sellers coming into the market. Sellers will take control and then you're good to go. But that's on the 5-minute. What is, I wish, yeah, I'll look at it at a higher time frame shortly. 744. Let's see. Yeah, I like to trade. I can't trade. I like to trade calm. I had to literally learn how to just be calm. And once you really learn discipline and know discipline, there's no reason to be nervous, right? Because this is a problem. We're playing a probability game. We're playing that probability game. We're playing the game of, hey, you know what? I've got a whatever your win rate is, even if it were 50, but my risk to reward is 1 to 3 or 1 to 2, whatever it is. So it's a probability game. Let me get this trade over and done with as fast as I can. If it's an L, let me get that L. I want to move on. That's behind me. I'm playing probabilities, right? So I want to move on to the next. So that's why it makes me super calm. I don't really have any attachment to the losses. So we'll see what happens at as it gets closer to the 8:45 time frame. I'm sorry, 8 o'clock. You're 11 if you're on the East. If this gives an LB, I'm definitely taking it. Let me see this pattern. This is definitely ripe for an LB. If it gives an LB, I'm gonna take it. I mean, damn, but still it's coming against this 20. Has it been respecting this 20? Well, no, I mean, it shot through this 20 this time. Here it respected it to stay on the upside. So thanks, Freedom. I appreciate it. And yes, I will see you tomorrow as well. And there's the LB, I'm going to take it. I'm expecting price to push back up and then go back down, but I'm going to take this for now. Hopefully there's enough sellers in the market. And if I could do a TP, I'm taking partial and I'm protecting, boom, just like that. Did you guys see that? I hope you did. I did for 155 bucks. I'm up 11.81. Just like that. Hope you guys saw that. That was simple and easy. It's touching the 20. 20 may be reactive. Why? Well, in the past it was reactive. Look, in the past it was here. In the past, price touched this 20 and then shot back up. So I'm expecting that it could shoot back up, knock me out. I'm okay. I'll take another entry. I'll find another entry point. Eventually, what I'm going to do is, since I'm up in profit, eventually what I'm going to do is move my stops back. I'll protect, but just a little bit further back so that I can give it a little bit more room to run. This candle, let's see what happens. If it breaks this 20, I still may enter because it's breaking the trend line and it's going to close up. This one didn't really quite close below the, let me zoom in. This one did not close below my trend line. I like to see it close below the trend line, but I don't want to see it all the way down here, right? If it does, I've got to wait for a retracement to get better entry and then continue. So I want to see that price closes below this trend line. And if it could close below the trend line and the SMA, great.
Squawk, I'd just like to say, like, this program is really good because since joining today, I'm up £670 and I'm actually working. So I went away, did a call, came back, listened to what you just said there, and I just entered and it's made another 290, I would say. Yeah, 290. So yeah.
That's great, man. That's good. I'm glad you're getting value out of the tool and then out of like rooms and stuff. I mean, it's great. This should really, and what's great about it, I love it where say I've been like last week, I was really not even available because I was just doing a lot of back end stuff. I have all these tasks I want to get that's been holding me from going live. But I've been seeing you guys all, people are posting their wins. And I'm like, man, you guys don't even need me. When you have this indicator, you should get to the point where you can read the charts and the indicator is giving you insight of where there's opportunities to enter because it's painting your zones and you're giving you, ABCD pattern detection and such that, you can make educated decisions to enter and exit on your own. And I've been getting a lot of DMs with people showing me their results and plus what you guys are dropping. So I'm super proud of that you guys are learning that and able to take the initiative to trade on your own. So that means that then you don't have to just trade US30 when Squawk trades in US30, you can trade London. I've got Chris in London. Chris is trading, London session. I'm getting out there. I see a few other names. Greg is out there, London, and a few others. I'm going to be on London too, as well. But yeah, I love it when I see people dropping their wins and I'm not even present. That's really letting me know that you're learning.
Yeah. Like I'm still working on my, being patient, but I'm getting there.
That's good. That's good. And that's the key. It's like we get paid to wait, right? If you miss this if you miss the train, then guess what? There's gonna be another one. You know, we're not in a rush, right? It's not like we're rushing to work. We got to get on. We got to squeeze on this one train, right? That's the mentality, right? No, we've got to. There's another train coming. It's gonna be another setup that's coming.
Exactly.
You know, there's gonna be another setup that's coming, and yeah. So that's the way I look at it. Is hey, if I don't catch it today, guess what? Had I rushed, I could have, you know, I could have taken a loss. I could have taken a loss.
Yeah.
So right now, I mean, no loss. I don't even want to say it, but knock on wood, no losses today. So far for me, all wins, all wins. The only losses I have is when price touches my, you know, my stop loss at break even, and there's the fee, you know, the cost for the trade, or maybe a little slippage. I think the biggest loss I have is I've got a $24 loss. That must have been slippage, because I don't, you know, everything else was secured. Everything is what, 66 cents. I've got a $2.25 loss, a $9.75 loss. Yeah, that's it. Those are the only a 6-cent loss I think I mentioned. So yeah. So now price, now although this lightning bolt, you know, once again, this lightning bolt didn't play out, right? So if we get another lightning bolt, remember what I said, I'm not going to do, you know, I'm not going to paint another, I'm not going to remove this one or this one and paint it up here when the new one comes. No, I'm going to leave it there so that we have information to measure, to say, hey, why did that not play out? Must be that sellers aren't yet in control. You know, you've got to put that in that level of understanding. This sell is still probably good because it was just a retest at this level of this sell. If it goes below this trend line, I'm going to enter.
Scott, I did enter when it came back up to the top of the blue.
You did.
A partial 100, and I'm still in there now with 500, so I need to partial some more.
Nice. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And this trade, I don't feel good. I think I got him way too late. I thought it was going to continue down. I may just close this one out. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm still not really feeling it. I need to really see a push down. See, at this point, I'm expecting a nice push. I really am. I'm expecting it to just push fast. I'm going to protect this. I don't like it. Protect, partial. Boom. Okay, I took that. That was
well, I've protected. I'm just leaving about 0.7 lots. So let's see what happens with that.
Yeah, I'm going to do just a 0.50. And I'm going to wait for it to close. I want it just to close again below this zone. Okay, boom. But that, I don't like that candle. When it's candles like that, for me, it's like a null. Like it doesn't mean anything. It's just, it didn't even need to exist. When you've got a wick on the top and the bottom that are almost equal, for me, it doesn't even make, it doesn't even add up. I like the fact that we're below the 20, but I want to see price. If price could come up, touch that 20 and show me rejection, great. I may miss this move simply because I want to demonstrate I don't want to have any drawdown. I don't want to really hold much drawdown at all, because entering here is still super risky. You got in at the top, which was smart. You saw that it was a retest of the LB of the lightning bolt swing high. You got in, but at this level, I'm not trying to hold, you know, 62 pips of drawdown. So I got to be super careful, and I have to see that, hey, price is respecting this 20, and then hopefully it'll continue down. So,
yeah, because when it came up to the top, I was only prepared to lose £200 or 250 the most. If it went up, then I was going to come out, cut my losses.
Exactly, exactly. So this here, you know, it went up, it touched below. I'm feeling good about this now. I'm just going to protect. And the reason why I'm just going to protect and not take a partial yet is because I only have a 0.1 lot, a 0.50. So I want to get profit that's at least going to be what I would have gotten if I had taken a quick partial. If it touches that blue zone again, I'm going to take the partial.
Yeah, I've only got 0.52 left, but I'm over $1,000 now.
Excellent. Look at that. Excellent. So you're over.
£1,071 and 34 pence. So
excellent. Yeah, I love it. I love hearing this. I love hearing you guys win. That's really what I want. I don't need to sell indicators. I don't need to really do this. But I love it when I'm hearing this, when I'm hearing people are really, really making a difference and they're learning how to, and they're just killing it. Whether you learn it here or you have the knowledge, I don't care. I just love hearing people win, you know? That's really what I'm all about. So that parcel that I took was a quick $100. So I took that parcel $100. I'm up $1,292. And Rimstar is probably, you know, quadruple that for me today.
All right, guys, I'm jumping off. Squawk, it's a pleasure. I'll see you tomorrow.
Absolutely, JC.
Yeah, made a quick $4 today, man.
Damn, there you go, man. There you go. Quick and easy, in and out.
Yeah, quick and easy, man. Quick and easy.
Excellent. I love to have you, man. So would definitely love to see you again tomorrow.
You got it, Squawk. I'll see you tomorrow, man. You guys be safe. Kill it, man.
Take it easy. Thanks.
All right.
So Jack, yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get on. Today I woke up a little late. I'm gonna get on hopefully by 5:30 tomorrow morning, maybe even 5, depending on what Asia does. If no setups play out in London, then I may get on a little bit early, like 5, because I want to catch that move that may happen between 5 and market open. It'd be great if we could get an LB, a lightning bolt, and be in position deep even before market opens, right? Because sometimes I see right an hour before market opens, there's an LB and that thing just plays completely out through market open. So 5:30 at the latest 6.
Okay.
So it knocks me out again. It's going to retest this zone. I'm okay, and I'll enter again. I was retesting this trend line, and I will enter again. There's no. So yeah, there we go. This is great. I mean, this is a zone. This zone is so wide. I mean, is it going to respect this zone? This candle formation, if it closes above, if this candle closes above this one here, I mean, it could very well respect it. I like a very healthy fib will go all the way and retrace back up to at least 78.8%. Okay, I'm going to take that buy. Now let me move my lot size. Let me change my lot size. Damn it, 1.
It just, you know, but
yeah. I'm going to see a little retracement. Yeah, I want to see it above that SMA, but that buy, when you get this buy, and this is super important why I'm not going to take it, when you get just the lightning bolt, you can enter. When you get the buy, keep in mind, what do I say about simple moving averages? I say simple moving averages are an area where we're going to expect a reaction to price. Prices, it may move against us. So I'm drawing that buy as it's crossing over a, look at this. I'm going to get that buy. I'm going to get that buy as it's crossing over a simple moving average. So when you get it, you need to maybe not just enter immediately, but expect a little retracement first.
yeah.
Right, so hopefully this will play out because this was close. This was close to a 50 retracement, fib retracement, not 618, but it was close to 50. So hopefully I can get a little bit out of this move.
Squawk, quick question. When do you know when do you know when to go long or go short, like hold the trade for a couple of days? Is it at major support areas?
Yeah, well, yeah, as far as a couple of days, I'm not going to hold it for a couple of days, but I'll do an intraday. I'll do it like a overnight. So I usually look for my setups right before Asia market or London closes, Asia market opens, or during Asia for a nice hold over. But that's going to be based on me looking at the 4 hour and me determining is the 4 hour bullish, is it bearish, is it laying on a level of support or resistance, and then it's going to give me some sort of indication of direction at that point. So, you know, there I'm really having to analyze a little bit more, but I'm always looking at the 4 hour here. Like if I saw, hey, you know what, this is bullish, and it was over the zone, prices has closed over the zone or remaining over the zone over SMAs, and I'm looking at a 1 minute and it makes sense that I'm getting some like a trend line break, then I'll hold it. You know, then I'll hold it for a longer trade. If it's just a lightning bolt, no, I'm going to play the lightning bolt. But if it's a trend line break in our direction, say we on the 1 minute, say we were at market close and we're breaking above this trend line, and this really gave us some nice push, and I'm looking then at the 4 hour and I'm seeing, hey, it's pushing, but and there's a level of support and my stop or my entry is below, or I can hide my stop loss below this, I may hold it through you know, a whole market or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's usually for me, it's usually right before US market closes, and then that'll give me a setup for a nice Asia market hold into London. Or sometimes even in London, I will hold it until New York Open. You know, if what I just mentioned is right, usually it's off of the trend line break. Or if it's a lightning bolt and then it breaks through a trend line, or a lightning bolt and that thing is just running, then and I'm way in a profit for many periods, for many candles, then, and I'm feeling confident it's going to stay there, I may hold it there as well. You know, I may hold it, but I'm going to parse it out a bit. I'm going to split it up a bit. I'm going to take my partials along the way.
Yeah. And what if like the market reaches, like, you know, a couple of days it blew through January low and then created new low? Would you want to hold, as long as it finds a new support, would you then hold it for long?
Yeah, I mean, if it finds a new support in that example, maybe I would. I'd have to look at market conditions.
Yeah.
I don't usually look at like the monthly lows and highs, to be honest. I'm looking at literally, you know, days and, you know, maybe a week, you know,
Okay.
you know, days and week. I'm not really looking at a low, because for me, I'm not trying to hold it that long. I'm really just trying to hold it for, if I could get a good 2, if I can hold it overnight, you know, through a market or 2, and then, oh, look at this, this LB is going to play out, the sell still. If I could hold it overnight, and I've taken my partial and I'm way in the blue, then I'm just going to let it run. I don't really care. I've already, you know, squeezed out profit from it, and I'll just let the runners run.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, JC killed it. JC killed it today. Let's see this sell. I'm going to play this sell price. If this candle will close below, how many more seconds do we have? It's only 8:01, 54. If candle could close below, you see it's playing me. So I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to consider a retest. And now here's the retest. I might do an intra, you know, a quick sell. There we go. Now that's very late for me. And we're going into the zone. I mean, miss this whole, you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. You see where it's playing? You see how it's playing us now? This buy is still valid, but are we, this is what I was saying earlier. I'm so like, hey, you know what? We're between a sell and a buy. What do you choose? Right? Like we have a sell lightning bolt and it's testing that level. We have a buy and it's testing that level. That buy is probably in the fib zone, but I don't know. I don't have any, yeah, look, 50 to 618 zone here. I don't have any real indication of direction. I mean, unless there's another chart or something I can look at, I don't have any real direction. So because of that, I recognize that. I mean, this is a buy trend line. I should be respecting the buy. And I'm gonna see if that will play out. I should have respected the buy. I didn't even realize that I was at that level of the buy. I should have respected that buy. Then I would have been up. I got in super late. And I'm gonna take that partial and I'm gonna protect that buy also. And I'm looking for the opportunity where I benefit is I'm looking for the opportunity where price just runs. I know I'm protecting quickly, but I'm looking for that opportunity where it just runs. I'm up 1,400.
Jeez.
Yeah, so these quick little scalps, boom, boom, boom. I'm up 1,400. Not a lot, but for what I'm playing, the lot size it's paying. So this was a good.
It's very bullish.
Very, very bullish.
I missed the buy.
yeah, I missed it too, and I'm now trying to force it. I'm gonna actually close this one out just because I don't like it. I mean, unless it gives me something very magical right now. Now what I'm gonna do, because I'm gonna just protect. I'm gonna take that partial and protect. Boom. There we go. So now I'm in it. It's at the top of our zone. I'm gonna expect a retracement. I honestly wish I didn't protect. I'm not gonna move my stop loss back. I'm just wanting this to break through and go at this point. I don't want to keep going in and out at this point. But this was the entry for everyone watching. I wasn't paying attention. I drew it out, buy risky hour 4 trend line. I mean, it broke above here. It broke above all SMAs. All the SMAs were below me. And I said that earlier. I said, if SMAs were all on the other side of the trend line, then I would enter it. But in this example, our trend line, all of our SMAs was below price. That should have been the entry. That should have been the entry. I was sleeping there. I was sleeping there. Now I'm up 1600 though. You know, it's gonna knock me out. Hopefully it'll continue. Yeah, it knocked me out. Okay, cool, whatever. You know, this was the freaking entry. So I missed a lot. I made a lot of mistakes today. No losses, but I made a lot of mistakes on either missing good entries. This was the trade that I missed. I freaking missed this good entry here. It should have been right down here. And I missed this trade here, right here. I should have been in a lot earlier.
I hit 3K again. That's back-to-back 3K days. The first time I've ever done that.
Oh, that's fantastic, man. That is
Yeah, I mean, it's London as well, but I mean, still, I'm happy with that return.
yeah, yeah. I'd be happy.
So yeah, the FTMO now is like 5,800 up, and it was after day one, it was like minus 4.5. So
Wow,
that's not,
wow. And you turned it around. That's good.
yeah,
Very, very good. Very, very
I think it's only day 5, so I don't even need to really rush it. I've got to do a minimum of 5 more days anyway. So.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You've got, yeah, exactly. You've got time. And that's the thing, you know, when people are doing these FTMOs, they think they don't have time. Listen, you don't have to go hard. You've got 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days, like 30 trading days. That's incredible. That's more than enough. No need to rush it and break the record of, you know, a single day and things like that. No need. I'm really hating right now. I'm really hoping, I really wish this thing, I freaking missed this move. And I can't validate entering, you know, for me, it's discipline. A lot of people will just, they're going to just jump in. No, I'm going to jump in. No, don't do that. Don't do that. That's when you get caught, right? That's when, how many times, you know, when we were beginning, for those of you who may still be there, you buy, it sells off, right? Then you're like, oh, let me change my direction. You sell, it then buys up. And then you do that 2 or 3 rounds, and then you say, you know what the hell? And then now you're increasing your lot size because now you're chasing money. So you're trading with no discipline. You're trading without understanding where you're at in the market. And if you read that properly, you would realize I'm in the middle of I'm in a bad time or period of the market. I shouldn't even be entering. So for me, I can't justify, although it's very, very bullish, I can't justify the entry. I'm going to miss mad pips here. I can't justify the entry unless it breaks my next zone, because I got to stick to my strategy. I drew this zone out. That should be what I follow. But here I can't, there's no lightning bolts. It's just a zone. There's no simple moving average retest. There's nothing. So I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the sideline, missing out. You know, this is like the NBA All-Star game and I'm benched. I can't really play. That sucks. So, I mean, this is great for day 2. I mean, I'm really happy that even just us having 50 people in here, you know, I'm good with 1. I don't care if there's 1 person in here. We're going to rock it, you know, and then you're going to get that one-on-one, you know, but you know, just to be day 2 and have 50 people. So, I mean, I think that's awesome. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for showing.
So Squawk, quick question. With a 100K account, would you say a lot size of 2 is good enough?
For me, lot size of 2 is good enough. 1 is good enough, right? 1 is fine. Yep. 1 is good enough. But for me, I like 2 because I do tend to cut I get stopped out a lot simply because I'm taking partials and I'm protecting quickly. So for me, 2 is good. I like 2s, but 1 is just as good. 1 to 3 for me. I start out at 2 usually, and then I'll start to you know, move to 1 if things are a little shaky, or I'll move up to 3. But I really like to stay consistent. So yet I haven't moved my lots up yet because all it takes is I'm winning on the 1s. And then the minute I move to a 2, if you take a L, you've lost twice the amount, right? So I like to really kind of, you know, I like to really just stick to it in a day, unless I'm having a really good day and I could take the risk to push up. But I'll always drop down. I could always drop down. I could always justify dropping down my lot size. Always.
Yeah.
You know,
And that's only on US30 or what? Your lot size is 1 to 2?
For US30, it's 1, yeah, because if I'm doing GJ, then of course I got to push up a little bit higher, right? I'm going to do 10, I'm going to do, 8 to 12, 15, maybe. It depends on what your value is. So 1 on FTMO on US30 is going to be a $10 lot. So I'm going to run a $10 lot on a 100K account.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So I look at it at the value of what when I'm trading. And so I'm okay with $10 a lot on US30. One second, everyone. Hey, if you see a crazy major move, do me a favor, scream. I need you all to get really loud. I just got to step away for 1 second.
Hey, Squawk. I got all these trend lines still on my chart, and I've deleted them out of the files, the old ones.
Yes.
Am I missing something? Am I
Yeah,
missing
you may not have the latest Trip. Good to see you here, man. But you may not have the latest. Let me send you the latest. You could go actually in the install directory and get it, but I'll just send it to you right now.
Cool.
But you may not have the latest because the latest version actually, it deletes all and then repaints the ones that I have in my configuration file that I dropped for you all.
Beautiful. Thank you.
So I'll send that to you right now. Let's see here.
All right, I'm gonna head off to work, but yeah, thanks again, Squawk, and good luck to the rest of you. And yeah, I'll be on tomorrow for like London and New York as well. So
cool. So I'll see you for London. I'm going to be on London too. I'm going to look for something.
Nice.
Got to get a little nap in between, and
yeah,
until I can clone myself, I got to take these naps. So
gotta be done.
Yeah, I'll see you then for sure.
All right, catch you later.
What time do you usually start in the morning?
Morning time for US, I'm going to start no later than 6 a.m. But tomorrow I'm 6 a.m. Pacific, right? So a half hour before market opens. If not, I'm really trying to get in an hour and a half earlier. So if I could get in at 5, even better. So tomorrow I'm going to aim for 5:30 the latest. If not, then of course 6. But I'll be on at that time for sure.
6 a.m. Pacific.
Yeah, so that's going to be, I don't know if you're on the east, but that'll be your 9.
Now I'm on mountain time. It's 9 o'clock over here right now.
Okay, so yeah, it's 8 here. So that's going to be your, you get that extra 1 hour sleep, which is good. So you'll be, my 6 will be your 7. My 5 will be your 6.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Yeah. There you go, Trip. I dropped it in your Telegram.
Mine?
No, for Trip. In regards to the draw trend line script. I got it there. I'm going to be adding for everyone. I'm going to be adding logic to the actual script where if you got the lightning bolt loaded, what it's going to do is going to give it instructions on, it's going to auto trade the trend line. So we're going to have settings in our EA where you can say, you know, trend line break plus a certain amount of pips or between a range, you know, trend line break plus 10 pips and like a stop or a limit of 20 pips. So anywhere between 10 and 20, it'll make that trade for us and it'll automatically protect and do all these things. So because trend lines are usually, well, like I said, things that run. So if we could do that, we could let that run in our sleeps. If I program it properly, which I already, you know, I've got all the pieces, I got to just sew it together. We'll set this up where these trend lines will auto trade. Let's have some fun with it.
Damn, that would have been a good buy to take.
Say again?
So that would have been a good buy to take.
Yeah, heck yeah, heck yeah. Like I said, I missed up, and that's why you see me here. You know, I chopped it here, right? It came down. I chopped it here. I chopped it here. You know, had I just gotten in and not here, because this was, I was okay with taking this and having it close out on me, but this one here, this one was the one, because it was a break and retest of this green trend line. And then when it broke over, that was the one that I missed out on. So yeah, that one was, you know, I screwed up. I screwed myself up there. Now we're close to this trend line. I mean, this is where I was saying earlier, hey, you know, if it just creeps up to this trend line, I'm not necessarily thinking of buying just yet, right? Because we blew through, I think, 2 trend lines, right? So I'm thinking there's got to be a retracement at some point. If I could get a, you know, it touched here, if I could get a LB, just turn this down. If I could get an LB, a lightning bolt, I would love to take it at this level. I would love to take it at this level. Right, we're seeing bigger candles, right? Candles, they're starting to shrink. So we know buyers are entering, you know, it's trending. Things are slowing down. We're getting smaller candles. A little push up, we're getting smaller and smaller candles. So feels like a sell could be due soon. Today, I'm definitely going to get on. Yesterday, I did not. Today, you know, if I can really stay clear of other things, I'm going to definitely get on at an hour before market close, right? Because I'm expecting a nice move before market close. We want to hop in on that and see if there's some setups for Asia market and hold. Maybe we'll be in some partials and hold those through Asia. So definitely just be on the lookout for the link drop there at that time. Definitely going to be back then. Thanks, Jack, man. I'm glad that you're getting some value here. I mean, here's the LB, but damn, no volume, right? There's no freaking volume. Give me something. Like, look at these candles. Like, I got an LB, but nothing to really say it's going to push down. I'm going to take it anyway. You know, and look, and just when I hesitate, look what it does. It goes, right? I didn't take it yet, as you guys can see, because I'm looking for the volume. All right, fuck it. I want to see a retest. Shit. Talking it through adds a little milliseconds to my response time. It's crazy. Like I'm just let's see where we at. I mean, I'm up 1,600 today so far on just one lot. So I mean, I'm good. Yeah, let that pull out. Just pull up a little bit. No. Okay, then if you're not gonna do it, I'm gonna just ask the chart gods to give me a little something nice. Don't be mean to me. And it's pushing back. See, I don't like this entry. think I'm gonna take my first L of the day. I think I'm gonna just close it out. See, no volume. I don't like that. I just don't like this as a LB. This LB means nothing about, it doesn't tell you anything about volume, right? It's just saying, hey, I detect something in the past. But as far as future, I'm exiting. Don't like it. Once I saw that, I'm gonna exit and watch it drop. But I took my first L today. It's many out of one. So I don't like this. Once I saw this here, this candle here, and it's really resting on this SMA, that's really, this could be a beginning of a morning star, right? So you've got the red candle down, this candle here, that's a part of it. If this candle continues up, that's a morning star. Maybe I'll get in again if it retests this level. It could easily drop, but for me, I don't chase. I'm up 1453. I lost 120 bucks, I believe. No, even more. 140 bucks. What's up, baby? Please, thank you. I'll take another. Thank you much. I appreciate it. So, so for me, I'll take that quick L. I actually closed it. I didn't like the way this looks. I'm looking at candle patterns, right? So I look at that also. So I recognize that I programmed, a lot of this to recognize candle patterns. So, I already look and see what I don't like and what I like. And when I see that resting on an SMA, this could have easily shot back up. I mean, it could shoot back down, but just this pattern here, these three candles, if this green bar closed above that red, it could have very easily been a wrap. It could have just shot straight up. And actually what I'm going to do is I'll just leave it. And it's respecting this. I'm okay. I'm going to wait. Can't get every move. This is fun. I should have gone live with you all a long time ago.
I agree, Squawk. I like these lives with you, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that.
It's good to see you in action. Live.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, there's just so many. I mean, when I went live and I dropped the indicator in November, it just took off. I think it was like anticipation, and then I didn't realize there was so much work. I wasn't completely prepared with everything in the back end, right, in the back office and stuff with these tasks and stuff, and because the way I released it, the way it's tethered to Telegram, which I hate, for authenticating, I get the requests, and so forth. So it was a lot of things to do on a daily basis, which is like, hey, I don't need a job. I definitely don't want a job. I'm going to take that now at this point. And if price could stay below that SMA, I'm good. Right before, when I entered, I was above the SMA. Now I'm below. I'm hoping that it could stay below, and hopefully I'll be good. But there's no value. Like, this is just flat as, it's just flat. And if I exit this one out because I don't like what I see, then I'm just gonna, I'll miss the move. Well, I don't want to say that, but I'm not going to really be looking hard for an entry at all. Do that if price can get to that level. Oh damn! How the hell did it take that partial? I think I've got a bug with my trend line thingy. I literally cut my position in half just there. Do I have another trend line out here? Do I have another?
Squawk, maybe I missed this. Did you already push out the update with the divergence like you had there to everyone, or is that just what you have?
So no, I did not push that version out yet. at all. There's some things that there's other little divergences in logic that I have to program to catch the even more powerful types of divergence. So I want to push that out. This is a nice conservative one, but when I do drop it, it's going to be included in the new version.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah. Wow, something's. I think I have something's going on. It split my position in half immediately. And look at this. I don't like that wick, so I'm already half the size. I'm gonna just close this out too. I don't like it. And I'm because there's no volume, I just don't like it. I'm not gonna sit here and play the game. I'm just not gonna play this game. So I'm gonna just chill. And I think right now, at this moment, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna exit the thank you, boo. Appreciate it. I'm going to in this Zoom, if I see opportunities, I want to revisit my trend lines, draw some trend lines out. Actually, you know what? I'll do it right now. Let's just see here. Look at this nice, ugly mess. Let's go here. Let's just unscale this thing. Right. And what I want to do is I just want to see, I mean, this trend line makes sense. There's nothing else for me to do here. On the 4 hour, there's really nothing to do. Let me drop down to the 30. Let's see. So that snap, let me come back down. Anything interesting, anything exciting? I could very well come up here and drag this up on 30, and that could give a nice re-entry. Let's see, let's do that. Let's go from here to here. And I could even go tighter, but why? Why would we do that? I'll go here. I'm gonna name this, and I'll drop this trend line for everybody. This is gonna be a sell, page 4. Boom. I'm gonna create my file. So I have another script called create trend line file. It'll create the trend line file, and I'll just draw it out and make sure it looks right. Yep, cool, cool. So that's that. Let me go here. Let me draw them on this chart. Let's see what it looks like. Did it draw out on the 1 minute? I don't think I could see it on the one. Oh, there it is. It's a little peak right here. Okay. Yeah. So this cell, you can see, you know, for this LB, no volume, I had to get it really at the top. I had to recognize that at the top. You know, this is just playing with this volume. I don't
Yeah, now we boy.
So I think we're good. I think what I'm going to do is I will end this Zoom, take a little break. I'm going to check it out every, you know, close to every few minutes on the hour. And if there's anything, I'm going to just drop another link and we'll be rocking and rolling again. So I hope everyone got some value. Nin, thank you much for that. I'm glad that you're learning a lot from this. Roscoe, everyone, you know, thank you much for joining. I greatly appreciate you all for that. And let's continue to rock. I want to get everyone trained up. I want to see posts in the community of people winning, winning, winning. Now look at this volume entering. Before we go, let's see if it breaks this trend line now. Maybe there's an opportunity here on this trend line break. I wouldn't expect one because I mean, it's really pushing up, but I'm really expecting a drop at this point, to be honest. I just can't get the proper entry with the proper volume that I look for so that I could make my licks and get out, you know? That's what I would want to do. So you all have this trend line. We're so close, let's wait. Look at this, it's playing with it now. It's gonna play with us. It's gonna play with us. Look at that. Just touches the trend line. Look how these trend lines are just so, the way I draw my trend lines, they're just so respected. Just like my zones. Look at that, it literally just touched it. I mean, what are the odds of that? I need to get a feel for where I'm at, really. I'm not quite sure where I'm at. I can't see historical. Yeah, there's like, it's really back far out there. Let me just zoom out here. Let me just. Okay, look, we're really here, but it is trying to break through. Trace, look, it's trying to break through. It'd be crazy if it breaks through and doesn't even retrace and, doesn't know retracement. That would be wild. Let's see here. Okay. Let's create this. I don't like the way this looks. Let me unscale this. Boom. Just do this and I'll scale it. Boom. And I can check. Okay. Let's see if it respects. We have RSI divergence, right? That's what it looks like. And we got RSI divergent on the 5-minute as well. Although price is still pushing up, we do have this RSI divergent here and RSI divergent here. Higher high, lower low on the 1-minute. I don't weigh the 1-minute out, as strongly. Let's change this to the 15. Do we have RSI divergent? We got no. Where's my drop? Where's my drop? I need volume. I can't make a move without volume, right? So that's another confluence, that we don't talk about often, right? But we need the push behind us to support our move. Otherwise, what happens is we range, and you're going to be in drawdown. You're going to break even and draw down. Let's see here. There's a gap. Gaps close. So let's see if it could close down, gap, and then push back up. But look, now the trend line. Because I'm not entering simply because I don't have drawdown. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't have, I'm not seeing good enough volume. For me, it's best I just turn this computer off and not even look at this point. Yeah. Everyone, we will watch the trades. We'll see how it goes. And let me just post this up so that everyone can see my trades here. Where we at? I will post this up in a second. I don't see volume. I don't see enough volume. So because of that, and look, this is going to break. This thing is going to slowly creep, and you know what? I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not going to do it. That's the discipline I'm going to preach today. Not quite interested. So what we'll do is we will continue in a little bit. So watch out for the link drops, and I will see you all soon. Peace. So yes, I will draw Binan. I will draw some NAS 100 trend lines. I'll include that in my workflow as well for some NAS as well, for sure. All right, everyone, be easy.